The last time I tested the Nissan Rogue, I took it on a long road trip. I was impressed, but little has changed since then. Will I still be impressed? Let's find out. The exterior styling is definitely not earth-shaking, but it does look good. I especially like the grille and that big, bold Nissan emblem. The rear spoiler looks good. This is certainly a nice angle. Good job, Nissan. The interior is all about straightforward, simple luxury. This one comes equipped with the optional leather seats, and the driver actually gets lumbar support too, which is nice. Also, of course, all power. The console/armrest is pretty deep and features your USB hookup, phone charger, and also your audio input. Moving forward, you get 2 cup holders and a place to store your phone. There's the sport mode selector for the CVT transmission. There's your heated seats. And here, you've got your overhead camera view. Press it, and you can see all around the car. There's also a second mode too. Very convenient, and helps with safety too. You get another charger here, which is nice. Here's your heating and ventilation and air conditioning, and there's also the optional auto setting. Not too much has changed from the last Rogue that I tested, but it's nice. Materials feel good, soft dash there, and I really like the way you control these vents. Open and close really easily, and they look good too. Moving on to the tachometer, speedometer, plus you've got information here, which you control right there, and very useful. Good to have that there. Moving on to the steering wheel, you've got controls for the cruise control, also radio volume and source, and of course, Bluetooth as well. Out back, you get seating for 3, no problem. And open up the hatch, and there's plenty of storage back here. Of course, that storage is easily increased by folding down the rear seats. Power comes from a 2.5 liter dual overhead cam 4-cylinder, which produces 170 horsepower and 175 pound-feet of torque. That's good for a 0 to 60 time of 8.5 seconds. Fuel economy is rated at 22 in the city and 27 on the highway. You can expect 24 miles per gallon overall. The Nissan Rogue SV all-wheel drive package starts at $26,090. You add the very spiffy premium package, that's the SL package, that's $3,900, and it gives you things like navigation, heated seats, very cool all-around overhead view monitor, and that really helps you in parking situations. And then you get also larger 18-inch wheels, premium audio, amongst other things. With the carpet mats, you're out the door basically with destination at $30,965, so just a tick under $31,000, but this is a very well-equipped SUV. So the Nissan Rogue debuted in 2008, and it wasn't really changed until 2011 when it was slightly redesigned, but to my eye, basically looks the same, and I don't think that's such a bad thing. It has a nice shape. It's not as bold as the original Murano, which was really a cool looking car when it came out. I thought it was definitely the best looking SUV out there. But the Rogue does have a bit of its own personality, and I like it. On the inside, it's certainly not decadent. It's not over the top, but it's got everything you need, and it does have luxury too. The materials are nice. Everything falls easily to hand. It doesn't feel luxurious per se, but it also doesn't feel cheap, and that's very important. Certainly not a sport SUV, but it does handle better than you'd expect. The all-wheel drive gives you a sense of confidence, and you know, the all-wheel drive doesn't just help with handling in bad weather, it also helps with cornering too. And if you happen to want to tow something, there's also a low gear on the transmission, and the all-wheel drive system also locks as well. Even though you are working with a higher ground clearance, it still handles better than you think it should, and all in all, in terms of steering and suspension, it's a very well engineered car. A lot of red with a night look here on the Rogue. I like the speedometer and tachometer this area a bit better. Not crazy about the red, but it's easy enough to see at night, so no real complaints. So the last time I tested the Rogue, I took it on a very long 1,500-mile road trip into Canada. And back then I found it to be a very nice travel companion. And you know what? I still do. It's been slightly redesigned. It has new features like that overhead camera view, and that's very nice. It gives you the safety of all-wheel drive, and it also gives you nice luxury. Satellite Sirius radio, navigation. Sure, it's not decadent, it's not over the top, but you get those leather seats, and you get a very confident car with a 4-star safety rating. So, you know, Nissan said, hey, why fix it if it's not broken? And they're right. So indeed, why fix it if it's not broken? I'm Drivin' Ivan Katz.